Run clubs are everywhere right now, but what's it really like to join one? In this episode, we chat with Annie, founder of Vibes and Strides, about starting a run club that actually feels good, what to expect when you show up, and why it might be the thing you didn't know you needed.
Hi, I'm Britt.
And I'm Amy, and welcome to the Every Season podcast.
We're here for a fun time, not a long time.
Hopefully we're here for a bit of a long time. Hey Britt,
Hey, Ames.
would you say you need some assistance when it comes to being more aware of your body?
Why? What have you got?
Well, you can download our free 7-step female body awareness kit and see if it helps
Sweet, where?
in the show notes and on our website.
Also, in order for us to be here for a long time,
Please subscribe to our podcast. So, Annie, tell us, what season are you currently in at the moment?
I think I am in my girl boss season / running era times
love that.
10.
I'm
I'm always in my running era.
Yeah. How long have you actually been running for?
I started when I was 5 doing little athletic.
wow.
So a really, really, really long time.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. And
Yeah.
long distance at that age, or?
No, I actually used to be a sprinter hurdler and trained really hard at that until I was about like 15, 16. Then cheerleading was more interesting and dancing. And then I had ankle surgery and then took a long time off, and now I'm back doing distance running. So, yeah.
Oh,
wow, that's a great story.
I know, that is epic.
So, obviously, like, we're talking the topics run clubs. Take us on that journey of, like, how you came about running a run club.
Yeah, so I had been to a couple in Melbourne, and to be honest, I didn't love the vibes. It just felt a bit uncomfortable. I didn't really enjoy it, and I was like, oh, run club's never for me. That's kind of a bit boring. And then I was on a holiday in Bali, and I was really focusing on growing my PT side of the business. And I thought, wait, why don't I just start a run club myself? So then that's kind of how Vibes and Strides was born. And I really wanted to create an environment that anyone could come to. So thinking about beginner runners, I really wanted it to be inclusive, welcoming, and not cliquey, and that we only run a certain fast pace here. So yeah, it just randomly came to me whilst I was on holiday, working on my own PT business, working on my site, working on all these things, and running's been such a big part of my life forever. So it just was like, well, why don't you just do your own and see what happens?
So, like, obviously, I mean, I don't know how long the trend of run clubs has been going on for, Anne, but like, how many years ago are we talking that you had gone to a couple of run clubs prior? Because I know there was a lot of run clubs happening prior to this on-trend, you know, what do they say? Switch the dating apps to going to a run club.
Do they? Is that a saying?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, moving on. But yeah, so like walk us through like how many years ago was it that you had kind of gone to different run clubs and realised that, oh, okay, there's a gap in the market for something a little bit more inclusive?
Yeah, it was probably in 2023. So I was, training for my first half marathon post ankle surgery. So that was a pretty big deal. And I wanted to just, go and, tick off Ks with people and things like that, because it's kind of sucks running long runs by yourself. So to be honest, I didn't go to too many. I think I went to maybe 2, and the vibes were just weird. And then it was, in October.
What do you mean by weird?
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, what kind of vibes? Are we talking people just rocking up, not talking to each other and just running, or a bit Insta
like,
kind of?
Really quiet, really only talk to the people who they came with, or like a bit cliquey, but also, I don't know if I should say this, but just kind of like creepy guys trying to hit on girls, and you're like, this isn't fun.
I've never done a run club, so I don't know. Like, this is completely new to me. So, like, I know, Amy, you've done a few, haven't you? You've gone into a few run clubs, or you haven't?
Yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't say I was a pro at it. Like, I'm definitely more in the space of knowing what they are and the trend type of thing.
Compared to what I do.
Yeah, compared to what you do, yeah. But I'm a pro at run clubs? No, I'm not.
I think I just felt uncomfortable, and I was like, oh, this doesn't like make me want to come back every single week.
No.
You know what I mean? So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to start my own, and
I
I
love
did.
that.
So
Yeah.
and it seems to be going okay.
Well, and do you know what, as well, you make such a good point, and we were actually, a few episodes prior, we were talking about how when I did my PT course, that the PT trainer had, the coach or the teacher was suggesting that every time we run to smile to help more people run. Because, like, a lot of people, like, it's not, people look at it as a chore, or people look at it as, you know, quite intimidating, like you said, to rock up and feel uncomfortable. I mean, who's going to come back again? Especially if they don't come from the background, like, you know, if you're feeling like that, can you imagine what other people who haven't run in their life are feeling like? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Exactly.
daunting, for sure.
Exactly. And there's so much science behind, like, even when you're running by yourself, like, if you smile, it will, like, automatically, like, calm your body, relax your heart rate, lower it, because, like, you're tricking your brain into enjoyment. So the smiling is a big thing.
So there you go, Ames. It's true.
yeah, I know. And you and Laura were taking the piss out of me, but anyway, I'm used to it. Fuck.
Backed you
I
up.
can't. I know. Thanks, honey. I appreciate it. So I guess for like what you mentioned, this all kind of came about from your own experience with like the run clubs. Tell us a little bit about Vibes and Strides and like what, I guess, the point of difference that you were, I guess, passionate to make in this scene.
Yeah, I think so. Our ethos is we will run as fast as the slowest person there on the day. And like that is very true. Like we've had a week where we've run like a 7-minute pace, but then we've also had a week where we've run like a 5-minute pace. And it really does depend on whoever is there. I think the people that come are like the regulars at least are like really welcoming, inclusive, are okay with slowing down. You know what I mean? Like my ethos is like a really good runner can slow down and like you are going to benefit from zone 2 training.
Just so I understand, because I'm obviously not with it. What does it mean when you're running at like a 5-minute pace or a 7-minute pace? Like, what does that? Is that like the group as a whole? Amy's like, oh my god, she has no idea.
No, I just what I've got in my head is like, fuck, I should have prepped you just briefly about what a run club is for him. Anyway, we learn.
We learn to be the pace we're running per kilometre in. So we either run like a little bit faster or a little bit slower, and we can really like.
And that's how you go as a group.
Yeah. So we will run the whole run together. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's like.
And you time it from your like watch, or like how do you know everyone's doing it at that time?
Because we're all running together, and I'm kind of just like weaving in and out of people. I'm super conscious of like everyone's breathing and like you know listening to their conversations. Are they sounding like they're struggling a little bit? I will slow people down if it is getting a little bit quick. If we've got a new person, I want them to feel comfortable, welcome, like they can do it and not like it's too hard for them. We'll never leave someone running on their own ever. It just doesn't stand at Vibes and Strides at all. So I think that's probably a really big thing. I think I've seen so many TikToks of people like going to run clubs and being like, oh, I lost the group. I'm now running by myself, like as a female in the dark, like that's not safe. So yeah, we're very strict. Like we will stay as a group the whole time, no matter how big or how small we are on the Wednesday night.
That's epic.
So good. So is that how you make like, I suppose, all of the runners that come along that are at different levels feel included, and that's how you kind of keep that community vibe?
Yeah, absolutely.
Love that.
Yeah, super strict on like the whole thing.
But I might slow you down to 2 minutes.
That's fine, but that's fine.
2 minutes is a very quick
2 minutes is very fast. Got the next Usain Bolt.
That's it. Oh, jeez Louise.
Oh, that's too good.
Do you know what, Annie? That is epic. Like, how'd you balance that though? Because that's something that, like, you know, it's quite hard because, as you said, you know, every Wednesday night you've got your regulars who, you know, I would say maybe have run, you know, and are quite decent runners, and then obviously you've got, you know, you want to create a community which is welcoming for new. So how'd you balance that?
I mean, it depends if like a new person is coming. The good news is I will always know if there's a new person coming because we
Yeah.
do everything safely. You've got to sign a waiver
Yep.
when you're coming. So I will know if there's a new person, and I'll just have a bit of a chat to them about like when they get there, like, how are you running? What are you running for? Is this your first time? All that kind of stuff. And to be honest, I'll probably like jump in front and lead the pack if I need to, and then set the pace at a really comfortable one. And if I ever do, you know, need to slow it down, I will just jump in front and be like, right, guys, we're just going to pull it back a little bit so someone feels comfortable. And I'll never name names. I'll just kind of like, we're just going to slow down a little bit today. And the regulars are like so good with that, honestly, to the point where they'll even be like, oh shit, we're going too fast. Like we'll pull it back. I think that, you know, the people we have come every single week are just so aware that if we do have a new person, that they want to make them feel included, and, you know, we want them to come back. So yeah, to be honest, I'll just go and slow them down if I need to.
And that's credit to you, I would say, because it sounds like you've been able to lead the team or the group, as you would say, to actually work together. Because like it takes a lot for, I suppose, like you've gone to those other run clubs and you just feel like another person that's just jumped into the queue and just started running, but you've made it more of a community. And then your group that you've been able to, I suppose you've sent that message through the group, they've actually followed on as well. So any newcomers coming in, they feel the same kind of vibe, which I think is great.
Yeah, it's really nice, like, to see, like, you know, you do see it week in and week out. And like, there've been times when I've not even been able to be there because I've had to travel for work, and I've had some of my regulars run it for me. And even if there's a new face, they will treat them with such kindness and be like, welcome them with open arms and make sure that the pace is comfortable, and, you know, they want to get these people back. So it's really, really lovely to see, especially in those moments when you're not able to be there as well, that carries through.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt, but don't forget about us. Please subscribe.
Okay, back to the episode.
I mean, you kind of answered it, but what would you say like the purpose of Vibes and Strides is?
I guess it's just to like create a safe environment for people to run, be themselves, and connect with like-minded humans, I guess. Yeah. I want people to look forward to it.
Yeah, like it's not a chore.
Yeah. Like they're excited to come on a Wednesday and, you know, connect with a person that they met through here that they never would have normally met, and they've now, you know, developed a new friend.
100%. I think because like, not that, you know, I think like you've kind of mentioned before, there's a few different avenues where run clubs have kind of gone into where it's like, we are a run club to run the quickest pace ever because we're professionals. Then you've got other run clubs that it's like, oh, it's like a live dating app. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think you've really nailed it on the head with the purpose. Like, that's awesome.
Thank you.
What I was going to say is, obviously I don't know a lot about run clubs, which is, you guys can tell. But what would you say is people misunderstand about run clubs?
Oh, that we're a cult. I've heard that way too many times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or that like we're a bit strange. Yeah.
Strange?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like, oh, you have a run club. And I'm like, yeah, and? People are just like, I don't know.
I think it's cultish. Okay.
Yeah,
I
a bit
never thought of
cultish.
that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I can kind of relate to, because it was the same when I was doing F45 and your body fits like years ago. Like we had a real tight knit, and it's the same with you, Britt, because we went to the same studio, but you guys left just as I came in. But it was very like, you go out on a bender with F45 people because like none of us drink normally, and then after some sort of challenge or whatever, it is like, I do remember people saying you guys are like, it's like culty. Yeah.
Really? Okay. I suppose when I did Muay Thai, it was like that. We would all go out, get smashed, and it was the same group of people, so I suppose. But I think that's just a community, really, isn't it? Like, a cult is... What is the definition of a cult?
Bear with me. I will have a look at our
Yeah,
good
because
friend.
I feel like a cult is where you're getting kind of manipulated, and it's like, like you're trying to, like your thought process is the direction of that one person, isn't it?
That is true. That is true.
Well,
Is it?
well, it is. It is. So I've got two definitions here, girlies. A system of
Hotspot.
yeah, excuse me, a system of religious veneration and devotion directed towards a particular figure or object. The run itself,
Yeah.
and then a person or thing that is popular or fashionable among a particular group or section of society.
That must be a new one. I think the other one relates to what I was saying.
Well, yeah, because I think you're right. Maybe that has come into what classifies as a cult is generally defined as a group, often with a charismatic leader, Annie, that exhibits extreme devotion to a person, ideal,
wanna
or
be a
belief
cult.
system. So Google's kind of telling us that a run club is a cult, but anyway, we move
No,
on.
it's not, because like she's not manipulating the situation. She's creating a fun environment for
That's
people
true.
to release
Correct.
endorphins and also build a community at the same time. So I don't find that cultish.
No, but manipulation is also manipulation or motivation. Do you know what I mean? So like
I
motivating
suppose
people
it's how you
to
see
move.
it, isn't it?
100%. Anyway, we move on.
We could debate this later.
Annie, I know from your own experience, you've kind of developed quite, I guess what's the word, presence within the community yourself. So, you know, when I talk about that, I talk more so like about partnerships and other brands who help assist individuals in moving and living healthier, active lifestyles. So those type of partnerships and particular gyms you've kind of collabed with, how would you say like they've played what role have they played in growing your own club?
Yeah, I think the biggest one is, so I'm sponsored by Brooks.
Yep.
So I'm one of their sponsored athletes, which is incredible. But Brooks has also played such a huge role in growing Vibes and Strides. Actually, like this time last year, we did an event with the Brooks team where everyone got to try a pair of Brooks shoes. We had branded cupcakes, goodie bags, giveaways, all that kind of stuff. So I think the ongoing support and partnership from, you know, an incredible running shoe brand like Brooks has been pivotal to growing Vibes and Strides, because we do obviously have that partnership with them and they will support me in anything and everything I do, which I am so grateful for. I think the other big one is, so I train at Revel in Paran. So a lot of people that do attend Run Club, I do go to the gym with, especially in the early days. A lot of that community really supported me as well. And, you know, our event we did last year, Revel actually hosted it for us. So I think they're probably two key pivotal, I guess, like partnerships that have really helped grow Vibes and Strides.
Yeah, that's epic. How do you become like an ambassador for Brooks? Like, how did that all happen?
It happened
Tell
a
us
couple
your
years.
secrets.
Yeah, it happened a couple of years ago. I mean, like, you've got to run, obviously. So, like, you know, got to run. Got to run.
No,
fast.
Britt, we're not getting sponsored by Brooks with this one.
But if I'm at 2 minutes with the group, I think we might.
Exactly. She's definitely in. Gosh, I don't even know. Just did a bit of content for them, and you know, the opportunity came about, and I've been with the Brooks team since 2023, which has been epic. Absolutely adore them and everything that they do. But also, I was wearing the shoe before even being sponsored by them.
that's cool.
So yeah, really, really cool. Like, if you haven't tried a pair, highly recommend. This is my like non-shameless plug. Everyone go try a pair of Brooks.
I do have a pair, but my husband's always like, they look ugly on you.
The colours are so good now. They're getting better.
I was going to
They're
say,
getting
Brooks
better.
actually, they do look, they're decent running shoes.
Yeah,
They're wearing them now.
Comfortable. They're like little
absolutely.
clouds.
They really are, aren't they? So yeah, that's been like the biggest thing. I think having that sponsorship with them and that partnership. They're so supportive of all of us athletes that they have under their wing. So you know, they do whatever we need, and it's really, really great that they get behind us, and especially like behind the community of Vibes and Strides as well. Yeah, I owe a lot to
So
them.
what's next for Vibes and Stripes? Where's the end goal? Like, do you see anything in the future, or?
I am working on something at the moment. Doing another event in the next coming months, so more to come on that. I think like what's next, like I would obviously love to grow it. We've just introduced some speed sessions every single month and a long run now every month, so that's pretty cool. I mean, at the moment, happy with how it is, but obviously like always looking to grow and have new faces come along. And then, yeah, working on another cool collaboration event that is happening later in the year.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
exciting. That sounds exciting. What piece of advice would you give someone who has never been to a run club, wants to go just to be part of a community, connect with like-minded individuals, but is shit scared too, and has never run before?
Yeah, I reckon just turn up. That's
Yep.
my number one advice. Like, I think the hardest thing you can do is like get somewhere, like whether that be going to the gym, going to a run club. It's actually just putting yourself in the car and turning up. And once you turn up, yes, you're going to be scared, but you're going to be surrounded by really great people 9 times out of 10. So like, it's definitely worth the risk. So that's my advice, is just to go do the thing you're scared of, because it will
Yeah.
change your world in the best possible way.
100%. I love that. There's no growth in the comfort zone.
It's my favorite quote ever.
There you go. It's one of mine too.
Yeah, I love it. It's actually the best. And what do they say? There's no comfort in the growth zone. So
Yep. 100%. And you do. If you can do something every single day that challenges you, well then, you know, you're living a great life in my eyes.
I agree.
So Britt, go sign up for that run club.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, might be a silly question, but like, how do you go about signing up to the run club? How do you know where the run club's going to be? And
Yeah.
how do we find you, Annie? Like, where?
Okay.
Tell us the details.
Yeah, so I always ask a new person when they come to the run club, I say, how did you find out about it? Especially if like they're not a friend of a friend or anything like that. And I've been told that how they find it is they Google a run club in the area and ours comes up, which is cool. And then they find
Nice.
it on Instagram. So obviously at Vibes and Strides Run Club Instagram, that's where we are. We're every Wednesday, 6 p.m. in Burnley Oval in Richmond. Otherwise, we have details on my website, which is Annie at anniekfitness.com.au. And that's really the two places to find us. So we'll be in the same spot every Wednesday, rain, hail or shine.
Nice.
Well, Amy and I might come down one time. I'll be at the back, she might be at the front. But hey, I know you'll be coming in between us, Annie.
Not with your 2-minute pace, you'll be speeding away. You'll be done by the time we start.
Yeah, I'll be done after 2 minutes. That's what my pace is. Oh, awesome. Actually, I do have another question.
Sure.
I don't even know if we'll put this on there, but what happens if it pours and rains or thunderstorms? Like, I know that might be a stupid question, but
No, it's not.
what happens?
So this actually happened mid-run last week, where it just started bucketing down like 2 kilometers in, and you know what? We just kept going. Like, you're in it already, so like you're together, you're with people, all you can kind of do is laugh about it. I will say that there have been instances where I have had to cancel due to it being way too hot. So if it's like too hot,
Yeah.
I think it's not super safe to run. And then there have been times where the weather was pretty bad and I have cancelled it. So I'll always do a post if it's not going ahead and the weather's pretty awful.
Well, that's good to know. Just in
Yeah.
case you're not looking and then you turn up torrential rain and no one's there.
Well,
We're
exactly.
talking back in the out of your comfort zone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what though? It's funny you say that. From a safety perspective, I get it, but there is definitely something special
Running in the rain.
when you're running in the rain and you are like running past some people, and there's not a lot of people running, but you look at them and you go, "Yeah, we're on the same level." Do you know what I mean? It's like David Goggins type of style.
It is.
Just quickly, for anyone, Annie, as well, who like, what's the average kind of distance you guys run?
Yeah, so we've got like a 7K loop that we're doing at the moment, which has been pretty consistent the last few weeks. However, I would say anywhere from like 5 to 7 on a Wednesday.
Yep. Perfect. Well, we'll put that all in our show notes anyway. So for anyone who would love to connect, join the run club, get out of your comfort zone, they can grab all the details in the show notes as well, which will be exciting. But thank you so much for this chat. It's been awesome, Annie. I know I'm sure Britt's learnt a lot and inspired her to join a run club.
I might have to walk it, but look, I might come. Howdy, it's us again. Hope you enjoyed the episode.
Don't forget to download the awareness kit and subscribe to the podcast. Have a fabulous day.